Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Inside here we have, I believe, an iPhone 4 and I think it's running iOS 5 and if we're lucky iOS 4. So let me open this up. The seller said that it's coming in an iPhone 5S box for whatever reason. So don't be thrown off when there's an iPhone 5S box in here. Either way, let's open this up and see if that's what we got. So definitely an iPhone 5S box. This is a 64 gigabyte model, space gray. Now inside we should find an iPhone 4, and that is definitely what we have. You can tell it's an iPhone 4 because it has the antenna line on the top. Looks to be in good condition. It is a little dirty, but I'm not seeing any damage. No cracks, no dents, really no scrapes, and no major scratches. Let's see if it powers on. It does. We are met with the old school Apple logo. That's a good sign. Okay, and here is a Connect to iTunes screen. I believe this was the iOS 4 screen when you restored or reset one of these. So let's plug it into the computer and see what happens. Oh, before we do that, I think there are... Oh look, we got a charging cable. Very nice. Now this iMac has a dying hard drive. It is on my to-do list to replace that, but hopefully it can do enough to activate this iPhone. All right, it recognizes the phone and it should activate it, and we should get the slide to unlock screen here instead of the slide for emergency screen. And there we go. So we can go ahead and unplug this, and we'll put the camera back over here. All right. This is definitely iOS 4. That is exciting. We've got the iPod icon down there and some other things that were unique to iOS 4 were the settings app having kind of a spiky feel to it. YouTube app was iOS 4 or 5. And of course, Game Center was iOS 4. Let's go into settings and see which version we have. 4.3.1, and this is an AT&T, so this is a GSM model. Very nice. This is definitely a unique iPhone. Finding an iPhone 4 on iOS 4 is not easy, although that may be the most common iPhone I've done on here is the iPhone 4. So the iPhone 4 launched in 2010, the first iPhone to feature many things, including a Retina display, a front-facing camera, an LED flash. It was the first iPhone to have a glass back, and it had this beautiful frame around the outside. It was also the first phone to introduce Apple's A4 chip, which was their first attempt at building their own processor. Currently we're on the A17 Pro chip, and I think this iPhone just died. And it did. My guess is the battery is not very good on this thing. Usually when iPhones are still in their original software, it's because they were hardly ever used. And while it's not good to overuse a battery, never using it also is harmful. While we wait for that, we can look at these iPods. This is an iPod Nano 4th generation, 16 gigabyte model in this very unique and shiny yellow color. And next to it is an iPod Nano 3rd generation. This is an 8 gigabyte pink model that actually has quite a bit of damage. around the sides. And then we have this wonderful 2.5-inch 1 terabyte hard drive. This probably came from either an iMac or a MacBook Pro, the same drive that's in this iMac. I don't know why Apple shipped a hard drive in their 2019 iMacs, but they did. Okay, we are back, and the battery says it's almost full, which I certainly don't believe. Either way, we got an upgrade to the camera from 3 megapixels in the 3GS to 5 megapixels in the iPhone 4, and I guess you can't zoom in here. I thought you could, but we got HD 720p video recording for the first time in an iPhone. And of course we have the front-facing camera as well. The Retina display is probably the biggest feature of this iPhone 4, and it looks gorgeous even today. While still being 3.5 inches, back in 2010 that was not considered too small. Also, unique to the iPhone 4 and 4S are the speakers and microphone down here at the bottom. They kind of have their own special cutout there, which looks very nice, along with the beautiful metal frame that goes around the iPhone and the very nice buttons that are also made from that same material. We've got the mute switch here, which, as you guys all know, was just replaced in the iPhone 15 Pro with the new action button. iOS 4 was the last version of iOS that did not have any iCloud. So with this, with iOS 4, you have no iMessage, there's no iCloud. The only way to sign in on this is through the App Store. And then obviously you could sign in through mail as well, but there was no iCloud. Although you did need an Apple ID for FaceTime. I don't even see the FaceTime app on here. If anybody knows why there's no FaceTime app on this iPhone, please let me know. Even though FaceTime's on, maybe it didn't get its own dedicated app. Perhaps you had to FaceTime from the iPhone itself, like the phone app. Interesting. That's something I did not know. So, either way, this is a very nice iPhone, an iPhone 4 running iOS 4, becoming harder and harder to find in 2023. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before we go, let's check out those wallpapers, and we'll pick one we haven't used yet. If I can keep track of that. I don't think we've used this. I think this is a chalkboard, maybe. Kind of a clean, simple look. All these wallpapers look great with their Retina display. The details are very nice. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. Still looks good today. But that's been a look at this iPhone 4 running iOS 4 in 2023. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.